not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night. And the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. Father made the daughters pregnant. It's worse than Ugokenga. Worse than that. Now, we are asking the Christian missionaries, what is the moral of that? What lesson you learn from that? See, we tell our children fairy tales, fables, Fox and the Grapes. You heard it? Fox and the Grapes, the wolf and the lamb, the dog and his shadow. We tell all these fairy tales. These things didn't happen. No fox went and jumped for grapes. Do you know that? No, but we create this story, trying to tell our children, my child, don't be like the greedy fox. When you can't get a thing, you say sour grapes. That's a moral. We're telling our children, don't be like that greedy dog. He found a bone, with the bone in the mouth. He's crossing a wooden bridge across a river. He sees the reflection in the water. He sees another dog with the bone in the mouth. So he's greedy for the other dog's bone. He says, woo! So he lost what he had. Be grateful to God for what God has given you, and God will give you more. Don't be greedy for the other dog's bones. These things didn't happen. But we create this story to teach a child a moral, a lesson. All these fairy tales are moral lessons. What is the moral of this? What lesson you learn?
I'm learning a lesson that sin is something that is different from what God.
You're learning there that you see sodomy, men with men,
Yes.
is very serious. God killed all the people of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yes.
That's the moral. He killed them all. Konkoni and the Gingilis, he killed them all. Sodom and Gomorrah, that's the Bible says that. But now father having sex with the daughter and begetting bastard children, God does nothing.
It's nothing.
Nothing. You go men with men or women with women, the Bible says kill them.
But some mention that for the superstition that when the father is making sex with his daughters, you get children.
But here, he didn't tell you that you see the children that were born with cripples, with hair, lip and club foot, nothing. God didn't give the children AIDS, syphilis or gonorrhea. He didn't give Lot syphilis or gonorrhea. God didn't scold him. He blessed him for having those bastard children. So what's the moral? What's the moral? What do you learn? When you commit homosexuality, God will kill you, according to the Bible.
Yeah.
But you go and sleep with your daughter and make her pregnant, God does nothing. Not one word of condemnation. In any Bible on earth, there's not one word of condemning what Lord did. Not one word. He didn't get syphilis, he didn't get gonorrhea, he didn't get AIDS, nothing. God didn't scold him, nothing. But he blesses his children. So the moral is, sodomy, homosexuality is bad. But sleeping with your daughters is not so bad. That's the moral. And there are people doing it. Child molestation, fathers having intercourse with their own. 12% of all those guys in the Addington hospital, white people who are charged for abusing the children are fathers, actual fathers of the daughters. The 8-year-old and the 12-year-old, they're having sex with them. They read things like this. You keep on reading things like this in the book of God. He said, God didn't say anything. God didn't do anything. Can't be so bad. That's what you learn. The type of stories you read create the type of mentality that you have. Right. At the bottom of these 2 pages, write down, at the bottom of the 2 pages, write down In big writing, son rapes his mother. Son rapes his mother. Son rapes his mother now. This was daughter seducing the father. Now the son is going to rape his mother. Son rapes his mother. Son rapes his mother. When was rape? Yes, you know. P32. Put on P32. 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 And open slowly. Find P32. Take 32. Slowly. Not too far. P32. 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 It's page 32 and 33. You'll find. On the top you'll find 33, 32, 33. That's it. Right across the 2 pages. See, right across the 2 pages. Right across the 2 pages. Right. Son rapes his mother. Therefore I said you must be able to write. Son rapes his mother. Son rapes his mother. Son rapes his mother. And on page 32, you'll find verse 22. On page 32, you'll find verse 22. I want you to box it, frame it. Just frame that verse, that's all. Frame verse 22. Very short verse. Very short verse. Just frame it, box it. What's the moral? What do you learn from that?
It's not the same. It's different amount.
And the father is told, you know, I'm telling you, the father is 80-year-old. Cripple. And you tell him that his son was having sex with his wife. He's going to blow his top. He might have heart attack. He'll lose his temper. He does things like that. But Israel, Jacob, he's big-hearted, man. It doesn't change him at all. Nothing. Yes.
Here it said that and live with his father's concubine.
Right.
Concubine does not mean wife.
Right. What does it mean?
I think it means prostitute.
Astaghfirullah. The Bible says, and Abraham, and he went and took, he had a wife called Sarah and Hagar. We say Sarah and Hajara. And then he had a third wife called Keturah. Say, and he took a concubine, Keturah. His concubine is committing adultery with her. Solomon, the wives, he had 700 wives and 300 concubines. Was he committing adultery with those concubines? Solomon, the wives. 300 women committing adultery with 300? No. In the Bible, the word concubine and wife are synonymous terms. They mean the same thing. And that you will find in your combat kit and the K, Keturah. No. And the K, Keturah. You'll find there 2 references from the Bible. One place it says, Keturah, the third wife of Abraham. Another place in the Bible it says, Keturah, the concubine of Abraham. Now, if it's a contradiction, there's a contradiction in the Bible. This God didn't know the difference. He's telling one guy to write down that Keturah was his wife. And he tells another guy to write down that it was his concubine. If that means different things, then that is an extra contradiction in the Bible. Every Bible has that. Keturah as a wife and Keturah as a concubine. Does it mean the same thing? You say no, then that's God of yours, he didn't know what he was talking. He's telling one guy to write that she was his concubine and telling the other guy that she was his wife. This God didn't know, your God didn't know what he was saying.
Concubine means the rank of the wife already the same.
It's like a second wife.
Yeah.
Or a third